Let's be honest, we've all made mistakes. But if you could go back in time, what would you do differently to have less regrets and be more successful? Well, I traveled to 4 Ivy League schools such as Harvard and MIT to ask the students. What's the one piece of advice you have for your younger self?
I would say don't put yourself in a box of what you think you want to do in the future, and just really, really explore all your different options before you settle down on one specific thing. When you're a freshman in college, really just try to do every single class you could possibly take, even if you think you'll never be interested in it, because you'll never know what interests you.
I like that.
To enjoy life a little bit more. I think I studied a lot during high school, and I don't think I had as many fond high school memories as a lot of people. So advice to myself would be to live a little.
Do you think you could have lived a little and still gotten good grades to come here?
Yeah, I think so, because a lot of the time I feel like I was procrastinating studying, but instead of if I just
worked
worked hard and then just relaxed later,
That's so true.
actually
Yeah.
did stuff.
Because we say we're studying for 5 hours, but we might
How
actually
long were
3
we actually?
hours or 2 hours.
An hour.
Or an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Be patient, because I don't know about you, but when I was applying to different schools, I just wanted to know right then which schools I got into and what school I would be going to. But it takes a while for them to get back to you, because they all have the different schools have different decision dates. And at the end of the day, I just think that everything works out how it should. You'll be where you should be.
How did you feel when you got your MIT acceptance letter?
I was a little shocked. I cried a little bit.
You cried?
I wanted to be here so bad. Only so many people could be here.
Yeah.
It's a crapshoot at the end of the day.
Don't stress about exam scores and things like that. And
Really?
Yeah.
What if you're not doing well?
They're important. They're a good measure of your aptitude, but I think if you stumble and you do poorly, you shouldn't take it as a reflection of your personal self, right? There's a lot of factors that go into your life, and it's going to feel like the entire world is crumbling if you do poorly on one exam at one point, but it's not true. You're not going to remember it 5-10 years later.
If you're not doing well, what can you do? Just study harder, or?
Always reach out to people. I think the worst thing you could do is to internalize it and keep everything to yourself and kind of just explode internally. There's always going to be someone who cares, right? Professors care, your friends care for sure, your family's going to care. There's someone going to be there, even if they're not in the fields or if they're not students themselves. Just let it out and tell people that you're struggling, and I think the help will come to you.
I think just taking more risks, because I'm a naturally very risk-averse person. So coming into Brown, I was I know exactly what I'm going to take. I did all my research. So I did less exploring, especially compared to Jenny. I think it would have been nice to have a broader range of courses, and those could lead to different interests.
Okay.
I think my advice would be to drink more water.
No, you did not say that.
This is a great advice. I'd say I started drinking more water and everything in my life has become better. It's made my skin nicer, I feel more alive.
Do you finish the whole jug, 1 gallon? Is this it?
No, I don't drink that in one day. No, this is a 2-day commitment.
Okay, 2 days. You drink one of these. Wow.
I'm trying to this. Sam, how are you gonna beat that?
I can't beat that one.
I'd say that's pretty good. You can clearly see by the size of my water bottle.
Yeah.
What would you tell your younger self?
Get more involved, but there's a balance. There's a healthy balance of getting involved. So a lot of freshmen overcommit, and then there's freshmen like me that undercommit. So you gotta find that middle ground.
Okay.
Your high school friends are going to continue being a part of your life, but they shouldn't be the people that you go to for support when college life is hard. I feel in my freshman year, I relied a lot on a strong friend group that I had back then, which kind of kept me from finding a place here until sophomore year. That was when I got to know the people around me that have made my Columbia experience so great, made me feel like I belonged here rather than elsewhere.
And a part of that is just because you have so much time spent with your high school friends, you feel more comfortable. But then they're all over the place, and it's not as easy as having a support group locally where you can just maybe go study with them at 12 a.m.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right? Okay, thank you. That was very helpful. And there is one mistake you should never make, and that's not subscribing to this channel and turning on the notifications. click to watch another video. I'll see you next time.